Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Nimbatus with me, Alathrix, and of course, welcome to the full release of the game, now on 1.0 over on Steam. It released about 2 days ago, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how the campaign looks, now that it's a lot more polished. Recently, I tried to do another full playthrough of Nimbatus. I played as the miner, but not enough things really had changed, and honestly, I was just doing the same things I'd done months before that, but now it looks like there is a lot more to see, more missions, a better ending, new world types, just lots of stuff I really want to see. And now I can give my final opinion of it once I've finished it on hard mode in its full released form. So then, let's go ahead, single player, a brand new game, survival on hard mode, and let's start. Ooh, and the graphics here have changed. Welcome! The desire to explore new territories is written deep down in the DNA of mankind, and so, after the conquest of the vast oceans, people found a way up to the stars. The Russian satellite Sputnik in 1957, the manned moon landing of Apollo 11 by 1969, the colonization of Mars in 2071, and the first successful travel through a wormhole in 2120 were all crucial milestones in the history of space exploration. Why do sometimes numbers trip me up more than anything else? For those who don't know, I am dyslexic and a little bit dyscalculic, but for some reason, just dates throw me every single time. But none of these were as promising as what lies ahead of us. Loving the new graphics, by the way. Last time I played this was just essentially a black screen. The Nimbatus, the biggest mobile drone factory ever made, is finally ready to be sent out into space. With its one-of-a-kind hyper-warp drive and self-sustaining resource-gathering systems, it is able to leave the safe zone within seconds. This is where you, Captain, come into play. You are tasked with commandeering the Nimbatus and designing drones to explore the endless expanses of the universe, so that mankind may learn from your discoveries. Also commanding, not commandeering, but you get the general gist of things. It's an honour to have you on board. Fasten your seatbelt, the Nimbatus is ready to take off. And suddenly, the music is much louder. Space, full of triangles. Is that us or an enemy? That is the real question here. Aha! It's the corporation. Hello there, friends. I mean, that's just mean. At least destroy us. I would say overall, that was a great success. You were attacked by the Corp, an unscrupulous intergalactic tech company. They disconnected and stole your warp drive, leaving you stranded in an uncharted region of space. You are currently in the orbit of this planet. To track down the Corp, you must retrieve your warp drives. I was going to ignore the tutorial, but I do want to see how the tutorial has been implemented. You have to travel through the universe using these wormholes at the end of the galaxy. Yeah, we need to get so many points in each system. Intel is gained by completing missions on planets within that system. Okay then. All the usual gubbins, so we can see it's a normal gravity, normal air resistance planet. High gravity, high air resistance are my nightmare worlds. Just makes everything so much more sluggish, as you can well imagine. And this will give us some common weapons and some medium batteries. All we need to do is explore the planet. You are stranded in an uncharted region of space. Familiarise yourself with the local ecosystem by flying around and exploring the planet. It seems pretty easy. Okay, let's make ourselves a drone. So currently, we're not actually any of the different captain types. Eventually, we will be choosing a class. These are things like the miner, the heavyweight, and all the other stuff. I'm not 100% sure which one I'm going to pick. I'm going to have one last check, then pick whichever just sounds the most fun to me. Normally I ask people opinions on that. This time I'm just going with my gut feeling. Okay, all of this I've seen a million times before, so we have very little. It's essentially just, you can move forward. And you can turn. So set that to A, set this one to D, set both of these, yeah, just to W, which I already are. And then I'll do the opposite back here, so that one is A, and then copy paste. That one is D. And here are some fuel-y orbs. Oh, you can turn off borders now in this mode. That's cool. Before you were kind of trapped in a box forever. Just like real life. I'm keen to see how the threat system works now. At one point, it was when you were at high threat, there was a chance you'd be attacked. Then it was once you hit 100%, you'd always be attacked, but then not before that. I'm not sure where they've ended up. It seems like high threat can lead to an attack, so it might be more random like it used to be before that one change, but we will see as we continue. So we launch our drone. To say hello to the purpley purple planet, which is purple. Like, seriously? There's a huge... well, I say huge. There's a chunk of red resource there, and I really want that, but we have no ability to harvest right now. So instead, we're just gonna do our little twirls and go throughout the planet. I'm keen to see some of the frost worlds, I've got to say. That's the big thing I'm really interested in. After seeing so many fire worlds. Well, nice and simple. And we get 2 kinetic blasters and 2 medium batteries, so they're very basics of weaponry. So go here to locate the black box. And we'll give it weapons because I don't know what we'll be fighting. In fact, with the black box, don't we need to destroy things anyway? Really shouldn't have skipped all that. I just kind of autopiloted and just skipped all that. So hopefully it wasn't anything too important in that tutorial section, at least things I haven't seen before. I mean, I'm fully aware of how to play the game. Not well, because I'm terrible at things like this, despite the fact I absolutely love them. But I'm fully aware of how to play the game, just in case there was something there of interest which wasn't there before. What am I doing in this design? I have no idea. I mean, to be fair, do I ever have an idea? Not really. Well, till we get more stuff, we're just going to be a weird stick. A stick with lasers. This time the launch will cost us a chunk of the regular resource. Yep, so this is a pretty simple mission. All we need to do is destroy these boxes and eventually we'll find what we're after. Or occasionally enemies. So that's a nope for the first box. How about these two? There we go. Nothing else we're going to do on this planet. I mean, I guess I could juggle some of these bits of wreckage back to the Nimbatus, which will give you, I think, yellow resource, but I cannot be bothered to do that because that'll take way too long. Some unobtainium. When you see a sparkling location like this one, it means that there is something special there. Try clicking on it and see what it is. This is a garage. Excellent. Our threat is really increasing. Wow, it really wants to show you how this works. Thanks, Corp. I'm assuming we have to repair... yeah, that's why it gave us the red resource. That's just cheeky. So because we're on hard, we only started with 3 hull. We took one instantly for that first event, and then 1 here. I've got to repair. I would love to upgrade one of these, but yeah. Oh, it's forcing me to repair. Okay, fair enough. Stealth's nice. Decreases threat increased when traveling. This is the one I normally go for straight away, but saying that. Decreases deploy cost per drone part. Shows more information on the min-map. Oh, this is so amazing when you eventually get to see the resource on the planet. It saves you so much time. Increases the amount of drone parts that can be deployed for free. And the bridge allows us to see more about which system we're about to jump to so we can make more educated choices. Honestly, they're all really good. I actually do quite like how these are balanced because you instantly want all of them. I do tend to go for stealth first, though. I'm a bit of a bumbling dum-dum, so being able to bounce around a bit more without too much consequence tends to be a positive for me. And so we enter the next galaxy. So, connecting is doing well. Aha, there we go. Now we get to choose our class. Now, the programmer, I really want to mess around with, but not right now. This is when I'm once again familiar with the game. This is an insane type. Unlimited parts and no deploy cost, wireless fuel, energy and resource transfer, only autonomous drones, no manual control allowed. Certain missions are so difficult with this. Some are actually pretty easy, just destroy the planet. It's pretty easy to do with just replicators or just even a drone which flies around and throws down TNT or just regular missiles and such, as long as they're long enough range. You can get that done pretty easily, and actually quite a few other things you can do pretty easily, but then there's some which are just nightmarish. So there's the engineer. This one is pretty good, because it gives you the resource tank, no, not the resource tank, the logic parts and everything else, which is great. The resource tank we all start with, I don't know why I focused on that so much, but then it gives you this, minus 50% in deploy cost and wireless fuel, energy and resource transfer. This means you can get the resource back to the Nimbatus a lot easier, which is really good. The research is amazing, because it allows you to research weapon tech and then customize your weapons. So you can end up with just really overpowered weapons fairly quickly. The miner is good, but probably one of my least favourite. The pilot is my least favourite. Batteries are charged faster when going over a certain speed, improved afterburner, extra thrust, so you can make really fast drones if that's what you're into. And then the heavyweight, I do quite like. Extra part health for all the drone sections, and then your shields are more effective. And you actually start off with shields, unlike the others. I'm going between engineer and researcher. Now, I've done these both before, is the problem. I've done these three before. But I don't really like the idea of the pilot, and the heavyweight's a bit dull. As much as I do like it, I think it is one of the more dull choices, just because it is quite simple and straightforward. You can make some really fun drones out of it, it's just not as interesting. I think, really, the researcher has a bit of a rough start, but as soon as you start being able to upgrade the weapons, you can have some serious fun. And it does start off with a plasma flamethrower, which makes me very happy. I was tempted by engineer purely because of the all logic parts. You can make some really fun drones quite quickly, but you can find the logic parts fairly quickly throughout the galaxy. You can't unlock the tech researchers, though, if you're playing anything else. So I do think the researcher is one of the more unique, and it opens up a whole different way of playing. So I think I am going to go with the researcher again. Well, I'm going to pick this. Oh no, we get both, okay. So, the last time I played, you got a choice of upgrades when you went through the wormhole. I'm happy to get both of those. And this should reduce our threat as well, going through the wormhole. Oh, well, to 0. Is that always going to be the case, or is that just for the first one? So, a nice, simple start. Let's get this galaxy finished, and then we'll probably call it for now. But I am really looking forward to continuing this. So yeah, because I am the tech wizard, the researcher, we have batteries last longer and power thrusters, which is really nice, and then researchable weapon techs. So we have destroy the corp transmitter, which gives us, actually that's really nice, uncommon weapon with 1 upgrade and 50 unobtainium, and we have locate the black box, giving us more thrusters and some common weapons. That's not bad. So over here we clearly have a garage, and then we have a large world and 2 other worlds. Over on the other side, we have... I can't remember what you are. I think it was a shop, aren't you? So that's like a weapon shop. Probably want the garage if we can upgrade things. So, let's go to the hangar. Create new drone. And let's go to the weapon workshop. We probably can't unlock anything just yet. Oh, actually, we can. Never mind. And we do have some upgrade slots in our weapons. We have 2 blasters. Actually, no. How many weapons do we have? Okay, so we have 2 blasters with a single upgrade slot, then we have 2 plasma flamethrowers with 1 as well. So likely what I would really like... Ooh. That's a new upgrade. Elemental damage. I do love my fire. So, realistically, what we should probably go with is something like just bonus damage. These upgrade pretty much every single weapon type, so they're really efficient to go with. Same with the digging upgrade. These can go with almost every weapon. If you click on a weapon type, you can see what you can actually use it with. But I love elemental damage. Now, here's the thing as well, which I always forget. You do actually have this upgrade straight away. So what we can do is this. There we are. So the blasters already have cheaper energy use, which is great. The flamethrower, cheaper energy, and then I am going to unlock extra elemental damage. I'm going to go with the fire option. So I believe this will upgrade the initial damage of the fire, but mostly the burning over time effect. At least I'm hoping it does that. I don't know if it does for certain. Again, first I'm seeing this upgrade, so a bit in the dark there. So let's make ourselves a nice, simple drone then, shall we? It's going to be very similar to the one we had before, because we don't really have all that many parts to play with. Oh yeah, how'd you activate the skins? Ooh, I would like to mess with this for once. I always forget about this. So you can have skins over your drone, which then you can, of course... Ooh, how do you unlock these? Pirates, Corp, Sumo. Okay, things I need to look into. But yeah, I never end up doing this for some reason, so I really do need to mess around with these. Maybe not on the very first build, since I want to see how everything is, but probably fairly soon if not. Okay, let's just throw everything together, shall we? We do have some, well, a super capacitor, but these have no recharge. I probably don't need more than just these two anyway, so that's probably going to be more than enough. Let's see how much energy the fire takes up. Whee! Not much. Really need the faster particles, because that range is horrendous, especially with no shields. Yeah, the next thing I'm going to upgrade is the particle lifetime, so that we can attack things further away, because that's going to end up getting us killed. Because it's me. And I am very dumb when it comes to things like that. That's quite a bit of damage there, with all four of those guns. So that's nice to see. Just do that, and then we'll add the turning thrusters here. And here. Doesn't really matter if it looks pretty awful at the moment. We will be, of course, altering this as we go. So as we get more upgrades, the look of this will drastically change. Got the resource tank, weapons, energy, got pretty much everything we need. Main weapon will be the fire, but sadly only have a short range. So I say main weapon, the main weapon will likely be the quad blasters. Just did some really basic skin work there, so let's go with this for now. I kind of like having the thrusters stick out the back there. We could have covered them completely, but yeah, I quite like this. Really simple. This is our initial drone. So let's get to work with one of the missions. Locate the black box. Nice and simple for our first mission. Diameter 666. Good start. Oh, good start. We could make it smaller so it costs less tritium, but... oh well. Inefficiency! I may have went AFK briefly there to check some stuff, and I may have fell into the resource zone. Oh, some red resource straight away there, which is lovely. But first, the glory of fire. Oh, I like fire. Look how shiny it is. I mean, how can you not like that? First of all, though, let's complete the mission. Mission first, then we'll do some harvesting. No enemies so far. I don't think there are actually any enemies here at all, so... oh, hello. Except for the one stuck in the box. Oh! Haha! Okay, forgot that setting you alight turned you into a very, very aggressive explodey thing. Ooh, red. There we go. Okay, so now... the arguably boring thing to watch, but quite satisfying. Oh, wow, this land melts very quickly. Just don't damage the resource. And nom 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 nom. And I'm just going to just keep on doing this until I found all the resource on the planet. Getting some of those lighter upgrades as fast as possible is going to be a big deal as the researcher. So if we can get, like, the plus 50% damage or the extra particle distance with these things. That'll be fantastic. Problem is, red resources, well, it's less dense. Oh, look. A thing. Well, I have no magnet on me, so... Note to self, put a magnet on our butt. Well, so far there's no resources in the center of the planet. I've managed to get all the ones we saw already. Seems like that's going to be about it, though. But yeah, a whole large seam of the unobtainium doesn't actually give you all that much. Also, I'm now remembering why I prefer self-stabilizing drones over drones like this. Just because it's easier for me to use because I'm terrible at games. It's not like I play them for a living or anything. Ooh. No, that's a thing from earlier. Seems like, according to the map, if we go down here, there is something of interest. This cavern with a whole tiny chunk of red. Well, looks like it. Okay, I'm just going to deposit the little bit of red I got there, and we go to the next world, which will involve some fighting, since we have to destroy the transmitter, which is normally, I think it's always guarded by defense turrets. And that was it. Well, it was something. And we get... shotgun. Not a huge fan of shotgun until you can really upgrade them. This one doesn't even have an upgrade slot, so... pretty useless for us. The extra thrusters are nice, though. I'll definitely be using those. Okay, next step, destroy the transmitter. High air resistance. Okay, yep, we are definitely going to be adding more thrusters. So, test flight, and then air resistance on high. Wow, look how slow we are. Though we do need the extra speed in case we need to run away, so yeah, definitely going with that. And, since I keep forgetting, magnet added to butt. For now, I'll just use alt. There we are. Nice and simple. How did I miss this? Apparently you can now test on a planet. And look, there's even little props. Oh, that is so cool. And you can even destroy the planet. And burn things. Including yourself. Or maybe not. For some reason the heat isn't spreading to us. It really should do, but okay, that's fine. Let's go to the world then. Okay, the transmitter's right over here. Oh boy, okay. That's it, follow the leader. The leader with the shiny guns. And I'm out of power. Kind of forgot that I've added extra thrusters. Goodbye. That does a lot of damage. Just wait for our power to recharge. What we could do is dig down and then attack that way, but they can also dig themselves. The cowardly way is the safest way. Then maybe I should just, you know, destroy the turret first. That might be a better thing to do. Just gently move forward, since it always fires where you are, not where you're going. And now we can peacefully burn things. And pop. There we go. Now we can just do some harvesting. Hoping we have a bit of both resource types here, since we are, ow, already losing a fair bit of yellow. Bit of scrap. Bit more scrap. Bit more scrap. And scrap. And scrap. 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 Scrapping the scrap. And the final piece of scrap which I dropped earlier. And that's it for the planet. Sadly, there's only a tiny little bit of red resource in the entire planet, but lots of scrap. And done. Lovely. And we get a sniper. Okay, I am surprised by this because I've never seen a sniper in this game before. Okay, we obviously need to test out the sniper. I mean, it's a sniper and it sets fire to things. I'm assuming, like the other weapons, yeah, you can just put it like that. So, although it looks like they're overlapping, they're actually not. Just edit this, of course. Just give it the extra flamey damage. Ooh, I can already research level 2 of that. Plus 100% elemental damage. And after that is the other minus energy, which is a big deal. Is it worth it, though? Here's the thing. We're about to jump to somewhere which has a garage, which means we can give ourselves the extra hull point, which we need. So, yeah, we're going to just keep it like that for now. Okay, let's just swap over you to you. There we go. I like how they don't all fire at the exact same time. I don't know why, but that just amuses me. Go to planet mode. Let's test it versus something so we can see the damage. I mean, the range is already obviously going to be great because it's a sniper. Well, I love this weapon already. I love long-range weapons in this game, and the fact this also sets things on fire, well, it's going to make me very pleased. I kind of look like a bug, just realised. Yep, love that. Really, really love that. This is why I like staying spoiler-free for games and updates. Although it does put me at a bit of a disadvantage, it means I can be amazed by simple things like, there's a new weapon type. Wait, shotgun bullet? Oh yeah, let's actually have a look at the damage it does. That does 200 damage. Let's just compare that to a regular blaster. Oop. There we are. 16 damage. I mean, obviously the attack speed's different, but wow, that's a difference. Yeah, that's going to be really good. So I'm assuming this can use all the same stuff as the blaster, am I right? Yeah, same upgrades. That's good to know. Increasing the damage of this would be very interesting. Just because it already has such good damage to begin with. Sticky bullets. Reflective bullets might be interesting. If I swap that... Oh, wow, look at that in the preview. Okay, that's interesting. It does have quite a long lifetime on the shells, on the shots, so if the elemental damage keeps on going after it hits, sticky bullets might not be terrible either. A lot of things we could do with that. How about a minigun sniper? Someone tells me this is going to be a bit silly. It is actually firing multiple shots, they're all just blending into one because of the accuracy. Explosive shells? Yeah, there's a lot we can do with this. For now, though, we'll just stick to the bonus fire damage, though I don't think that's the best choice for this particular weapon. I think it's much better for the flamethrowers, which rely almost solely on that. So, which system do we go to next? We have this one either here, over here rather, which has the garage, which means we can give ourselves one more hull point. But then what else do we have? Common weapons, don't want that at all. Uncommon weapon with an upgrade, that's obviously much better. Destroy snake eggs for an extra resource tank, don't really care about that. Lots of resource there. Destroy boombug queens. Well, that's a new mission, so that's already got a higher priority for me. We have a shop. Collect fossil, that's something new for me, and it gives us the jump thrusters, which I do actually quite like. Collect the relic, I've done that one before. And collect the relic, and neither of these give me anything I'm particularly interested in. I mean, maybe a heater, since we are going to go to Ice Worlds eventually. It would be nice to get that under our belt. So, get the mysterious relic, and collect the fossil. Just because I've not seen the fossil before. Versus the Boom Bug Queen. And then destroy the lab. The labs are actually quite difficult, but it would be a good test of the sniper. Yeah, I think I'm going to see the Boom Bug Queen this time. I might do all of the missions in the system, but saying that, I would like to just get to the next galaxy before we take damage. First, though, to the garage. No events this time. Repair the hull. Any chance we can, we have to try and stay at 3 hull. And I'm going to give myself level 1 stealth. And almost, but I'm out of power right now, so I'm just recharging. Goodbye. These things take a lot of power. Oh, they go through things. Oh, no, they don't. Just maybe that bit of the shield generator you can shoot through? That's interesting. Huh. So it turns out, as much as I do love the snipers, they take a lot of power. That's why I'm firing so slowly. If I just held down fire, I'll be firing like once at a time. But we can outrange pretty much everything, so definitely a very safe weapon to use. Now, my question is, can I hit things off screen? Oh, I heard it, so I think I did. Yeah, definitely did, since it's now on fire. Maybe the kinetic snipers might be better, just for sheer damage, though. Still, love them. You stay at max range, and burn things from afar. Not the most visually fun, but right now, in the early game... Oh, but it's pretty nice. And pop goes the bug. Excuse me. Excuse me. Good start. Good start. I completely ran out of power and I couldn't use my flamer. Yeah. Also, I can't turn to the right anymore. I miss shields. Not the enemy shields. Look at them burning each other. I love how slow their shots are, because I can just do this. Cowardly? Yes. Effective? Also yes. Unlike ramming into them earlier, which decidedly less so. Now the shield generator's down, we can do the same with this. Just slowly peppering the lab with fire blasts. Just keep moving slightly, and we can avoid the explosions. Just keep it on fire, and the damage will be done over time as well. I really do hope that the damage over time effect is being affected by the elemental damage. Even if it's not, that elemental bonus is still definitely good for the flamer itself, but far less so for the sniper. Though I'm starting to think the minus energy might be a better option anyway. Can't really see many resources, and honestly, in my current damage state, I'm not really too keen on trying to harvest, because it would just be really irritating, so I'm just going to leave. And we get spikes, which we're never going to use. Darn it, and kinetic shotguns. Really not what I wanted. Okay, so next then, destroy the Doombug Queen. Then we move over to the next galaxy. Oh, but first pirates. Hello, pirates. What do you want? Well, I can't actually afford that, so go ahead. Great. Thanks, pirates. So I've made our weapons a bit cheaper, 20% cheaper to be exact. And what I could do is add the super capacitor, rather. But this has no recharge rate, so once the energy's done, it's done. And I end up overusing it really quickly, and then it's just a bit of mass on the craft, making it more expensive. And of course heavier, hence the mass part. I think I'll leave it for now. What I really want is just a couple more recharging batteries, that's all. Okay, then let's find the Doombug Queens. So there's 2 of them, apparently. Oh look, the Doombugs shine now. Did they always shine? I think they did. Oh, yes, sniper weapons are great versus these, since they don't seem to aggro at that range, so we can just very methodically deal with every single nest. Again, not the most fun weapon to watch, I'm sure, but if you're careful, I can imagine this being the safest weapon in the game. And goodbye. First nest dealt with. So where's the queen, then? Also, high air resistance is horrible. Oh, the explosions deal damage to the nest now. They didn't used to do that. I know that for a fact, because I remember having these nests floating around after the bugs had destroyed everything around it. And goodbye to you. Oh. The explosive radius of them is terrifying. Okay, that's good. Lots of resource for us. I'll come back for that. Still no queens. Okay, I found a queen. Turns out you can only hurt its butt. There we go. Oh my god, the queen's radius is insane, and then it spawns 1 more bomb to deal with. So the front section of it is actually proper armor. You can't deal damage through it, and even if you set it alight, it won't damage the weakened core. Well, weakened core, the weaker core. Ooh, stuff. Lovely. Okay, need to deposit that in the Nimbatus. Hopefully we'll find the next queen soon. Oh, yep, there it is. Just need to wait for it to turn around. It doesn't seem to be that aggressive. When you hit it, it kind of turns towards you for a short while. But if you're far enough away, it doesn't seem to really care. I feel like missiles would be good here because the explosive radius will probably get through the armor and hit behind it anyway. They tend to do that with things like the hammerheads. Or at least they used to. It's a very boring fight, this. Ooh, those hits actually got through. Is its head weak as well? Oh, the head's weak as well. Interesting. Or I'm hitting through it. Oh. There we go. I'll deal with the rest of the hives and collect the resource on the planet, and then we can go to the next galaxy. Hopefully there's not too many more hives. Had to do a bit of digging, but there we go. That's the last of the resource on the planet. At least from what I can see. There might be some in the very core, but that'll take a very long time to get to, and sadly I don't have it all day, so we're going to continue with that. I am being a bit more thorough than I did in the last playthrough, and I actually ended up struggling for resources at one point, because I just wasn't getting all the resources on the planet. But I'm not going to mine all the way to the core of the planet when there's no guarantee I'm going to get anything out of it. And there we are. And we get lots of tritium. Was it tritium? I don't really know. Either way, what do we have here? Not really something we're too interested in. We could jump over here and do a couple of the missions. Problem is on the red resource to use anyway, since that's used for currency. I think it'd probably be best if we just jumped. I'm sure we'll find a fossil mission later. So we're pretty much guaranteed to be hit here, so that's really annoying, but fine. Bloody pirate. And so we go to the wormhole. Ooh. Epic weapon with 3 upgrades. However, that's a grenade launcher, and I'm not a big fan of that. The maximum elemental upgrade. Batteries recharge faster and going over 100 meters per second. That's not actually that great for us. Increases hull integrity. Okay, so we can heal, we can get the upgrade. I think ultimately the upgrade's way better in the long term, even though I'm not sold on it. I've got to be honest. I'm not sold on the elemental damage upgrade right now, but doubling it would be fantastic. And I think with the flamers, once we have the longer range with them, combine that with this, that could be deadly. Oh, do I get the weapon anyway? Okay, I think the weapon is actually free, now I'm looking at it correctly. Oh, I really want all of these. This costs more than that, so we're going to go with this. That's the safer option, but we're going to win the more fun option. Plop. Okay, so threat isn't reduced to 0. So what we need... Ooh, Frost Worlds. But we don't have a heater right now. Well, that's a new type of enemy. Ooh, and that's a large battery. And that gives me some good... That gives me a shield. That's going to be difficult to beat, gotta be honest. That's some really good stuff. And we do have fire weapons. Is that a garage? I don't know what that is. Is that a garage? A little red one? Not too sure. There's a guaranteed garage over here, though. That's really annoying. Because I do want that. Any guaranteed red resource? Ooh, VTOL thrusters. I do adore those. Beehives! Another new enemy. Fossil! Okay, loads of stuff, but I am more tempted by this because I really want the shield. And I really want the extra energy. So there's two things I want there. I don't really care about the recoil upgrade, but having it means I don't have to buy it if it's in the way, and this one guarantees red resource. So I think here, then here, then we get a choice of this one or this one. We can see what's there. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. But that's going to be in the next video, because right now I am all out of time. I've had a lot of fun today. Really happy to be back in Nimbatus, and happy to see so many changes. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Nimbatus is a series you wish to see continued in the future. In the next episode, we're going to be looking at the new ice planets, and seeing just how good they are. I'm really, really hoping they're as interesting as they look. I'm assuming that's ice that we have to melt inside, just so much I'm going to find out. So, thank you so much for watching, do take care, and I'll see you next time.